Okay, so the 3 reasons I recommend writing a draft fast, and especially a first draft fast, is because 1, it will help you get to the end, which is a huge milestone that gives you a lot of confidence and helps you like keep working on the project. 2, it gives you a lot of momentum, which psychologically like puts you in flow. It makes the process more fun. Like again, it helps you build confidence as a writer. And 3, perhaps most importantly, it helps you stop overthinking. So rather than just like sitting there staring at a page being like, you just go. And that's the place where really good stuff comes from. Original stuff, like fresh stuff, and this is the big thing, stuff that is very you. Stuff that is very you comes from your gut and from unlocking yourself to just be like, just pour it out on the page. And yeah, every time I've done this, good things have come from it. So a couple times I've used this and it's worked really well was this script that is actually one of my 2 favorite feature scripts that I wrote when I was in grad school at USC. And I wrote that script in a month. So that was 120 pages in a month. So like for that script, I think I had myself write like 5 pages a day or something until it was done. And 5 pages a day, like that's not that bad. That's doable. Then a different time I used this was when I wrote the first draft of my current book that I'm working on, the one that I'm about to start my 3rd pass on it. I wrote the first draft of my book in 3 months, and that was about 360 pages long. So if you divide it up, it's kind of like 120 pages per month. And what I got out of that experience was realizing how fresh I could be when I just had to get something done during the day and I didn't necessarily know what I was gonna write, but I had to figure it out. It just like became a very fun challenge where I surprised myself a lot. And even if I didn't like think what I was writing in the moment was very good, later when I was revising that script in grad school, it was really cool to see how the thing I was trying to do in that first draft like did come across to my peers. They're like, yeah, it's rough, but like they got like the heart of it, and that's the most important thing to get across in a first draft is like, what is the heart of this? And that's why like writing from your gut, which is easier to do when you write fast, is such a good thing for a first draft. Does that make sense? Feel free to ask questions. But yeah, it's just like, I love this advice. I love hearing this advice from other writers, like again, at podcasts or interviews, because it's just very freeing. And that's kind of the theme and like motif, I guess, that like keeps coming back in writing advice I've found really helpful, is this like the more you can unlock and loosen and free yourself up to just do the thing and be, the better your writing will be. You can do this with an outline or without. I usually do it with an outline, but it's not necessarily one that's like super polished. It's just kind of like a ton of bullet lists of like, this is what happens in the first part of the story, and then when the main action. And mostly that's for my peace of mind so that I know I'll have something to look to and be prompted by if I get stuck during this fast first draft writing period. With an outline, I know that I like only ever get to a point where I'm like 80% like feel like it's done, and then I'm like, and now we'll just figure out the rest in the first draft. But I can talk about that more in another video. If you have questions about outlining, I'd love to hear them. Feel free to comment below. And I'm actually thinking of using this write fast mentality, like complete a draft in a month type of mentality, for my 3rd pass of this book. And I think how I might do it is take my 476 page draft of my book, look at it, make a list of all the things I want to accomplish in this 3rd pass of my book, and then divide that up into like 3 different groups so that I'll do 3 faster passes through my book and focus on a few things each time. And then by February, when the baby comes, I'll have done like 3 quick passes through my book to make up the 3rd big pass of my book. Does that make sense? I'm kind of making this up as I go because I've never done a 3rd pass of a book. So this feels more daunting, so it kind of seems like appropriate to maybe just divide it up a little bit. Also, one of my writing mentors, Jack Epps, wrote a great book called Screenwriting Is Rewriting, and I remember when I read that book, a big takeaway I had was he really recommends kind of dividing up the revisions into being like goal focused. Like this is a dialogue pass. This is a like character description pass. This is just the B love story pass where I'm just gonna focus on that. So you can follow these through lines as you go rather than trying to accomplish everything on your to-do list in one pass. And so what I like about that plan is I think it'll help me keep up momentum through this third big pass of my book by dividing it up into 3 little ones. I think it'll also help me be less precious because with each pass, I know I'll have another chance to like clean up other stuff that I'm not addressing in that first mini pass. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see how that goes, but I think that's what I want to do. Also, another reason I love this idea is because it lines up perfectly timeline-wise that my first mini pass of this big third draft pass of my book can fall right over November, right over NaNoWriMo, which I love. I've done NaNoWriMo 2, maybe 3 times before. I can't remember. So yeah. So I think I'm gonna do that so I can kind of like participate with the NaNoWriMoers because it's fun and I love it. It's so funny. I didn't know what kind of vlog I wanted to make this morning. I just knew I wanted to film something. And then I kept coming back to like, I think I want to make one about why you write a first draft fast. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'm like thinking about this because maybe that's what I like need to do for my book. Yeah. So anyway, I gotta go. But yes, the reason this advice of writing fast is so helpful is because it helps you get in that like passionate love affair, just do it. And that just leads to good things, especially because later down the line with editing, you'll have to be in a more kind of like analytical mode. So while you can be in this fun, just carefree, just write it mode, like really do it, like go for it, enjoy it. And fully embrace that aspect of this. I made a video on this once as well, a little piece of writing advice that's fantastic. Write drunk, edit sober. Writing a first draft, that's the write drunk part. You're allowed to just be drunk and disinhibited and just go for it and like not overthink things. Because when you're drunk, you don't overthink things. If you choose to drink while doing this is your choice and freedom. I wish I could drink, but I'm 5.5 months pregnant and I cannot drink and it's fine. And I'm so excited for March. Oh my God, I miss champagne and wine. If you've done this before, let me know how it went to write a draft fast. If you try it just like for today, just a fast writing session, I'd love to hear how that goes. And yeah, and also if you have any other writing related questions, I'd love for you to leave them below and just let me know what you would like me to talk about. Because yeah, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe so you can stay in the know whenever I post these videos. You can hit the notifications button too if you want to make sure you don't ever miss one of my videos. And yeah, I love you guys. Have a great time writing, doing your thing, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye. So yeah, write drunk, edit sober, first draft. This is when you're allowed to be drunk. Whether that's actually drunk or metaphorically, that's up to you. I miss alcohol. It's fine. I only have like 4 months to